time to build up suction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
When it's empty like that, it does.
Yeah.
Can you take it out to the window?
Huh? No, I didn't see you peeking out, dude. So check this out. So that it's not actually not that bad. So that's the inlet. So it comes in off the main line. Remember that line over there that we looked at?
Yeah.
So these two gentlemen, actually, I didn't catch y'all's names.
Cody.
And I'm John.
Cody and John. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
So they're gonna suction all this out, and what they said was they thought it might be a filter issue, but if you look here, you see how there's no filter? What'd you guys call it?
What?
A filter, yeah, it didn't have a filter.
So it's supposed to though?
Yeah, it's supposed to.
It looked like it's
supposed to. It's supposed to.
Oh,
have
you
a
see it
filter.
flowing back.
You see all that water coming back? So that's
your
just
drain field.
that just means it's your drain field is completely full, and then it's allowing it to come back.
Okay.
So they didn't put a filter on.
Hey, I didn't design it.
I'm not mad at you.
A lot of like these newer tanks are supposed to have it. That's why they have the key. You're able to put one in there, but
The
some
older
of them
tanks never
do. But all it does is just helps it collect the nastiness and that kind of thing before it gets out of the drain field. It kind of helps it not fail as fast, but with having all the roots and stuff, and it's an older system.
Right.
Yeah, I'm seeing some more roots.
So it's gonna drain the whole one.
Huh? Yeah, they have to
Are you
drain the
gonna do
whole
this
thing.
one
Yeah, and then they said they're gonna help us out. They're gonna clean it out, some of the roots out of there.
Depending on the root system, if it's more than just the surface roots, if it's coming in from the tank really bad, you won't. Once the owners have to put a new drain field, they would have to put a new tank because it's not water seal tight anymore. But it looks like it might just be surface roots.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So the top, which is supposed to be sealed.
Yeah, so you got got a corner here, wall here, and the long wall here, and then these two things is one solid lid. And when they come from the factory, they sit them on top onto like it's like kind of roofing tar. Black,
okay, got it.
And then it lets it seal. Well, over time, those roots can go in between the tank and go into your tank, and that's how they get the water. Really
cool. You all right, son? You look, dude. This is.
I don't have a strong stomach. I mean, it doesn't smell bad. I'm just saying.
No, it doesn't smell bad.
Knowing what happens and what is before.
Yeah. Knowing what happens. Well, what did you think in Virginia? What the process was?
I never.
Oh, you might want to move, son. If that flips, you're gonna be unhappy.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
If it flips, like if it flipped up and slapped you in the face, you might be a little unhappy.
I'd be a little more than unhappy.
Well, beggars can't be choosers. No, that doesn't make sense. Never mind. So, check it out, Noah. You come over here. See that pipe right there that goes in that direction?
Yeah.
Where it's right there?
So it goes and then just rolls out.
And then it goes out that direction. And the documentation that I read says it's 12 by 20 or something like that.
This isn't a septic tank.
That is the septic tank. But it goes into a drain field. So you got a pipe down there, and it's designed to sit below what's called the sludge layer, I think.
What's that?
That's the oil, grease, grime,
On the
stuff.
bottom,
The sludge is on the bottom.
Yep.
What's on the top? Scum layer.
Scum, yep.
The scum layer. So it sits, the inlet to the drain field sits below the scum layer. That's all the stuff that floats to the top. So that way, it's just water that goes out there. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So it's kind of just to think about it. So are you saying that a problem wouldn't be as bad if there was a filter on there?
No, they said it wouldn't matter because it's the roots.
So like imagine all these little roots, going in like into a pipe, and the water is supposed to go through that pipe and seep in the ground. All these roots are going to stop it, make it back up.
So instead of the water naturally
cool.
Exactly.
So if you take a water bottle and put water right here, the water's going to soak in the ground. That's what the drain field does. Is the ground soaks everything up. A lot of times too, like say this is, we haven't had rain in forever now.
Yeah.
So I can say it's not from water saturating on the ground because of the rain. It's definitely failure of the drain field.
What about salt? Boy, did my voice just crack?
Not really.
So salt
Yeah,
wouldn't.
it really did. Your voice.
No, he's saying no. The salt wouldn't help.
Your voice.
Get out of my. Because I've heard salt helps with roots in pipes.
Oh, they sell it comes in thick, coarse looking salt, little crystals.
Yeah.
That it's a root killer you're supposed to put in your septic, or you can put in.
Yeah. And
Or
you don't think?
flush
But
it down.
once the drain field starts to fail, it's bad because so you got two things. You got roots, and you have another thing called biomatter.
Yep.
And I don't see any in, like, a lot of times too is if the water is seeping like above these lids, a lot of times you'll see it like in the dirt on the lids, and it's black, and that's what fills up in the drain pipe, and that's what causes it. So if you're ever here, if they ever get a new drain field, you'll probably see it in the pipes or the dirt, and what they'll do is take the good dirt and mix it up with biomatter and just kind of starts fresh.
Is that to facilitate breaking down the solid mass?
Yeah, so instead of bringing new dirt in, they just bring it and just kind of mix it up.
Got it.
It's kind of like just starting fresh, really.
See, dude, I'm sorry. I thought you enjoyed it.
I did enjoy it.
Mr.
but, like,
Science Kid.
Just thinking about it makes me not feel so good.
That's all right.
Having trees, bushes right next to your tank, not a, especially with these trees and roots. Over time, what happens is when they, dig all this up, you'll see the roots, they're getting cut, but over time they're going to grow, the roots are going to grow back.
Yeah.
It's a bad place to have a drain field and trees like this.
Imagine there were a lot more trees.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
Probably.
20, 21. You're going on.
14.
Yeah.
14 years. Actually, in 2 months it'll be 14 years.
Yeah. So you're in that period of where drain field's starting to fail. It's just like a hot water tank,
Oh yeah.
Once they start failing, you got to replace them.
Yeah. Well, they actually put a on-demand propane hot water here,
I've seen that, yeah.
which is pretty cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Certainly saves on electrical.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.